our soapbox, and we'd love you to come up and give us your vegan story. Anybody would like to come up and tell us why they became a vegan? Come on up. Welcome to Veggie Pride Parade 2015. Joan, would you like to come up? Jean, would you like to come up and give your why you became a vegan? Would you like to come up? Want to come up? What's your name? Rich. Rich is going to tell us why he became a vegan.
Just getting started.
Okay. Okay. Rich, what's your vegan story? We'd love to know your vegan journey.
This isn't actually why I started being vegan, but it's just the reason why we're here. This pig's named Pete. If you go to the Woodstock Sanctuary website, they have a memorial for him and it says Peter, but I call him Pete because we were friends. These guys had a furniture workshop, and one day they decided to get a piglet, a little piglet, and they put him in a crate. And I don't know why, maybe it was an attraction to the store to come in and say, oh, they have a piglet. And Pete grew, but they kept him in the same crate. His diet was whatever lunch was left over, and he never got out of the crate. They'd hose him down twice a week, and he spent a year in the crate, and finally the light went on in the guy's head, and he said, maybe this isn't the best life for a pig. And one of the other workers said, well, I have an idea what to do with him. And he said, no, I don't want to do that to him. And somebody knew somebody that knew about Woodstock Sanctuary, so he was brought there. And he got better. He couldn't walk when he first got there. I was there the first morning, and 5 of us had to get him out of the truck onto the grass. But with therapy and the right diet, he got a little better. I took a video of him when he started to trot, and people told me it's not a good idea to run backwards in a pig yard. But I really wanted to get the video of him. And Pete died. He had officially had a spinal infection. The way I saw it was, they've done studies where they said if people are prisoners of war, political prisoners, their bodies age 10 years for every year they're incarcerated. And that's a terrible thing to do to anybody, but for a pig with a lifespan of 15 years, it's fatal. And I hope I see him again. I have to be good. I know Pete's in heaven because he did his time in hell. Briefly, when the Mississippi River flooded and all of those pig farms got flooded out, the people took off. They figured the pigs are insured. They can get their money for them. Nikki the pig broke her way out of her stall and got out of the factory. She climbed up on the levee, rolled over, and gave birth. And when the animal rescue people came through, based on the size of the piglets, they said she probably laid there for 3 or 4 days taking care of them. You can go visit them at Farm Sanctuary now. And in Washington, they found a truck one time. It had 172 pigs in it. The truck driver was being arrested for drugs. And luckily the truck got seized and all but 4 of the pigs were rescued. Now, when you meet, we don't talk like this, but people out there, when you meet somebody that is rude, obnoxious, or greedy, and the people say, what a pig, that guy's a pig. And pigs don't do those things when people do. It's not fair.
Rich, thank you so much. That's a great story. Who else would like to come up and tell us their vegan journey? Elizabeth, come on up and tell us your vegan journey. Who else would like to tell their vegan story? Why you became a vegan? Joan, would you like to come up? Speak out for the animals. Speak out for your health. Who else would like to come up and share their vegan story? We do it for the animals. We do it for the planet. We do it for our health. So come on up and share your vegan story. Martin. Come on up and share your vegan story. Welcome to Veggie Pride Parade 2015. We'd like you to come up and share your vegan story. Come on up and share your vegan story. We'd love to know why you became a vegan. Come on up and share your story. Zelda, come on up. Share your vegan story. We'd love to know your journey. Come on up. Or you want to stand right here? Come on, we'll sit down with you. Who's next? Who'd love to share their vegan story? Come on up and share your vegan story. Welcome to the Veggie Pride Parade 2015. Come on up. Patricia would love to share her vegan journey with us at the Veggie Pride Parade 2015. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so I became vegetarian first in 1988 when I was with a friend on Capitol Hill, and we went by some table where they had pictures of slaughterhouses, and we saw what was going on. We just never imagined such horror, and both of us became vegetarian on the spot. And so I was vegetarian basically for many, many years, and it wasn't until maybe 2004 I went to my first AR conference in the DC area, and I started to learn about the impact of dairy and more about the dairy industry, and gradually after that experience I became vegan. And I would have to say that being vegan is one of the best things that's ever happened to me, because I became vegan for the animal because of cruelty, but I learned about the health benefits, about the environmental impact, and I'm constantly learning so much and experiencing a wide array of food that I never knew existed, and it's just a great lifestyle.
Wow, thank you so much. That was a great story. Shirley actually saw photographs of animals in factory farms, and that's what changed her heart and her mind. So thank you so much for sharing your story. Anybody else would like to share their vegan story, their vegan journey of why you became a vegetarian or a vegan? We would love to hear your story, so please come on up. Come on up and share your vegan or vegetarian story. You have a story? Yeah.
Vegetarian, almost vegan. It's available. How long is it going to be available? What is the website to see? They have in the fried drinks in the other part of the what's the website to see? Exactly. The next one is going to be the Earth Day, Grand Central Village, where it's the 45th year since 1970. It's
Alex is going to share his vegetarian story. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, hello, my name is Alex Koenig. I'm a long-time Brooklyn resident, New York City resident, American citizen, and a ecologist, environmentalist, and a animal rights advocate, environmentalist. I care about environmentalism and about human rights, animal rights, Native American rights, and I'm actually Jewish, but I care about all the rights of all the people. Like, we're all interrelated species, interrelated. We're creatures. Animals are innocent creatures, and many people around the world are also exploited, and animals are exploited, some people are exploited. But this could all be changed, this could all be modified and enhanced for the benefits, for the welfare of everybody, for the benefit of all sentient beings. Sentient means like feeling creatures. So, like I said, I became an environment, like a vegetarian and almost vegan. Maybe I'll eventually become vegan because I care about animal rights and planetary rights, about the rights of all the living and thinking creatures, all the sentient feeling creatures around the world, all the animals and plants, because they all have like a CNS, central nervous system, and they should be protected, and they should have the same rights as human beings do, and they should be protected and ensure that they're gonna live into the indefinite future. And we have to learn the planet, to share the planet with them, learn for sharing, justice, peace, love, brotherhood. Just learn to share the planet with them for good, for all their sake, their worth. Okay. It's been a long time. It's been maybe 19 or 20 years already, or almost 19 or 20 years, or maybe longer. I don't remember exactly when. Just care about the compassion, about the planet, about the environment, about the ecosystems, about the biomes, the biosphere, and about. Actually, I also care about endangered animals, endangered plants and animals, and like that. There was some important acts passed here in the United States since the 1970s, since the first Earth Day was held. There was the Endangered Species Act in 1973, the Clean Air and Clean Water Act in 1970 that created the Environmental Protection Agency, the Clean Air and Clean Water Act, Endangered Species Act, and there was also the National Park System. I think the National Park System goes back to the 19th century or whatever. And also there was also CITES, Convention on Trade in Endangered Species, that goes back to 1975, so that's like 40 years or whatever, so that's an important movement also. CITES, they prevent trading in endangered species. And animals should be given the same right just about as anyone, just as human beings. They deserve the same rights. Just like the women's rights movement, the Native American movement, and ending child labor and protecting all these rights should be extended to animals also. But these rights, animals have rights, but they're not properly enforced. They're not properly administered, and animals should have more rights. Animals just like people also. Okay.
Claudia.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. That was great.
It's going to be at the Veggie parade. That was.
Alex, thank you so much. Who else would like to share their vegan story, their vegan journey? We really need you to come up and share it. Tell everybody here, tell the world why you became a vegan and what it's done for you. It's such a great lifestyle. Vegans protect the environment. Vegans protect animals, rather they don't eat animals. And vegans are healthier, they live longer. These are all facts. So who wants to come up and share their vegan story? Or if you became a vegetarian, what made you change? So come on up and share your story. Would you like to share your story? Yeah, go around to the other side. What's your name? Arthur would like to share a story. Thank you so much, Arthur.
Hi. I've been a vegetarian for about 45 years and a vegan for maybe about 25. And I originally became vegetarian after reading articles about the intense cruelty to animals in slaughterhouses, in the trucks bringing them there, and so on. But after being a vegetarian for about 20 years, I was eating like 5 cheese sandwiches a day because I guess I missed some of the protein, and I realized it wasn't really a good diet. And I heard about the cruelty in the egg industry and the dairy industry, and so I went completely vegan. I even was a raw foodist for about 8 or 9 years, but that was a little too difficult to adhere to on top of being vegan.
Great story. Thank you so much. You saw the cruelty. The animals are treated so cruelly for food. There's factory farms. They live in these factory conditions. All the pigs and the chickens. And it's so unnecessary. I'd like to share my vegan story. I started out as a vegetarian. And one day, a long time ago, my cousin was killed, and just the violence of it all made me realize that I wanted to practice a nonviolent lifestyle. And one of the ways I could do that was to not eat animals because of the violence they go through being raised for food. So unfortunately it took her death and just wanting to practice a nonviolent lifestyle that made me choose to be a vegetarian. And then once I became a vegetarian, which means vegetarians still will have milk and eggs. But then once I realized the conditions of how eggs are raised and how cows are pregnant, in order to give milk, they're just like human beings. They have to be pregnant in order to give milk to their babies. So cows are confined and they're given, they have to give milk while they're pregnant. So it's a very sad life for these animals. But that's why I became, after I became became a vegetarian, then I became a vegan and just did it for the animals. I don't need to eat them to live. I did it for the environment. All the waste and pollution that goes into our environment from the factory farms is affecting our planet. And you're also healthier. Not as you don't consume all this animal fat into your body and your bloodstream. So that's my story. I just wanted to practice a nonviolent lifestyle, and I did that by just not eating the animals and helping to protect the planet, and that's it. And I'm so much happier having done that. Thank you. Who else would like to share their vegan story? Come on up. It's really special and important to share with others your vegan journey. Sure, come on up. What's your name? Christina's going to share her vegan journey, her vegan story. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name's Christina, and I had never even heard of the word vegan or the concept of not eating animals until about 2 years ago. Actually, my Great Dane died 2 years ago, and I really started thinking about animals' lives a lot more when I was eating them, and then I just couldn't eat their bodies anymore. But they told me that I had fibroids in my uterus, and that if I kept eating animal products, that the fibroids were going to continue to grow. So I researched everything I could about plant-based for about 1.5 years, and I just learned everything that I could. Eventually, veganism was mixed in with all the plant-based books, and I just knew that it was the right thing to do. You can't unlearn the truth. Once you know that critical piece of information, you just can't go back to doing the things that you used to do. And I realize that animals have spirits, and they all have feelings and families just like we do, so that's what I just try and help everybody else realize. And it's really killing us also, so it's more important that we spare their lives and help the planet as we do it. So go vegan!
Thank you so much. That's right, go vegan. It's the only choice, and that's the thing. We all have a choice of what we eat and how we live a life that's non-violent. And one of the ways is to not eat animals. And it protects the environment. All these factory farms won't pollute the earth. So who else would like to share their vegan story? Would you like to share your vegan story? It'll help other people. Who would like to share their vegan journey, their vegan story? I'm sorry.